Well, according to the American Psychological Association, 44% of women say they feel more stressed during this time of year than any other. So here with some ideas on how to dress to de-stress is radio host and author Ashley Berges. Thanks for being here, Ashley.
Thank you for having me on.
Well, so why do you think this time of year is the most stressful for women?
Well, it's the holidays, and especially beginning even with Halloween, getting the kids ready, the family, and just all the events that we have to take care of.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
For
so
sure.
A lot to be responsible for and take care of, and still try to have fun in the process.
Exactly.
Right? Well, so what are some of the steps that we can take to dress to de-stress?
Well, everybody has to get dressed, and so that's great. And so when you think about it, when you put on a dress, you think first all dress. And so you say, what is my first thing? I want to de-stress. So I dress to de-stress. And so that's the first stop. And what you want to do there is you basically want to think about each thing that's happening in your life. A lot of us have things that happen, stress issues. And you kind of look at it, but be realistic and sit back and say, okay, I've had this problem today, but how bad really is it? So categorize it by a 1 to 10 rating. We categorize hurricanes, we categorize everything.
Right.
So categorize it and be honest, because you can really put things in perspective when you're honest to see really how bad it really truly is. Because sometimes when we step back, we realize that we're stuck in it.
It's not as big of a deal as we thought.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Okay, well, so what's something else that we can do?
Well, next is recharge. You want to be able to recharge your batteries. We all have that battery, and when we don't allow it to charge, we get sick, we get kind of beaten down. And so when we recharge, it's just taking 10 minutes a day actually, and it's really simple. You can do it right here. You just sit and really relax and focus on your breathing. And in my book, The 10-Day Challenge to Live Your True Life, I talk about how when you just really focus on your breathing for 10 minutes, breathing in and out slowly, and really getting deep, full breaths.
Calms everything down. Okay, well, what is another tip that we should mention?
Well, definitely exercise. Exercise is very important. When we exercise, we get those endorphins going, we get happy, and that's what exercise is about. Yeah, you're getting rid of that excess energy. A lot of times my clients say, I can't sleep at night. And if they don't have like a real physical issue, it's really because they're not getting any exercise, because they're not tiring the body, which also allows the mind to
So make time to
sleep.
Exercise.
Yes.
And then I think our last two are kind of go together, right? Silence and serenity.
Most definitely. Silence and serenity are really important, because in serenity, when you're silent, you obviously have some relaxation time, but in serenity, you have to realize that everything is going to happen the way it is, and things aren't supposed to be perfect. And you should find happiness in the fact that things aren't, because the best times in our lives are those times when they're definitely not perfect.
Right.
We remember those for the rest of our lives.
Right. Well, I think we've got an example of some ways that we can sort of de-stress.
Wonderful.
Let's take a look at those. So what can we do to de-stress over here?
Well, first of all, we have actually an event that's coming up on Sunday at the Uptown Yoga Spa. And so this is the owner of Uptown Yoga.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Chitwood, and we're very excited to partner with Ashley on an event next Sunday called Refresh into Fall, and it's going to be at our Uptown location.
Oh, fun. Well, that's a good way to kick off the holidays.
Right, right. And so we've come up with a couple of poses. We carry a lot of stress in our shoulders and the muscles around our spine.
Right.
And so we're going to demonstrate a few poses that you can do at home to help alleviate the stress and help rejuvenate your body's own natural energy.
Okay. I think we've got about 30 seconds.
Okay. So we're going to start out with cats and cows. You're going to start on all fours. And as you take an inhale breath, you're going to lift your head up and your tail up and strengthen the muscles in the back. And then as you exhale, pull the belly in and round the spine to help stretch open the muscles in the back. And then you can do that again, just with your own breath. And you're very safe to do this 5, 6, 10 times, whatever feels good. It's really great to do first thing in the morning to help alleviate low back stress.
Oh, so it warms your back up, gets your breathing focused, gets you ready for the day.
Right.
Well, great.
And then from there, just a very simple child's pose. You can sit your bottom back to your heels. You can either stretch your arms forward, but if your head doesn't naturally come down to the floor, you can fold your arms like Claudia is doing there.
These are great. Well, they look very relaxing, and it's a good way to kick off the holiday. Well, and if you'd like more information on the free event that's coming up this Sunday, log on to ktxdtv.com and click on Texas Living.